As of a couple days ago, Season 4 Reloaded has just been released, and with it comes some brand new content for Modern Warfare Zombies. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to unlock the brand new unstable rifts in Modern Warfare Zombies, and a good guide on how to get it done solo and co-op. For your weapon of choice, I'm going to recommend you bring in the RGL grenade launcher, as well as dead wire detonators to apply to that grenade launcher. I also recommend bringing in one of each of the ammo mods, because they are going to be used pretty much throughout the whole Easter egg to unlock the unstable rift in the first place. I'm also going to recommend that you bring in a scorcher, because it is going to help you navigate the map very quickly, which is what you need in order to get to the obelisks that you need to find. It is not required, but it is very heavily recommended. If you don't have a scorcher in order to get around the map quickly, you can also bring in the blood burner keys so that you can get around the map quicker and have a vehicle right off the bat. I also recommend bringing in other casual things such as the legendary ether tool or flawless ethereum crystals if you have them. But to be completely honest with you, do not worry about bringing in other classified schematics, because you will be given golden armor plate and mags of holding when you get into the unstable rift. If you want to bring a dog bone for solo, that is completely fine, or an ether blade case, those are highly recommended but not required. For your tactical, I highly recommend using decoy grenades, or if you find Casimirs, those are awesome, or also monkey bombs. And for your lethal, I recommend really whatever, but I recommend thermites. And for your field upgrade, I highly recommend either healing aura or energy mine. Those are both going to be very good options. Healing aura for if you're playing co-op, energy mine so that you can help kill zombies quicker. Okay guys, so the first thing you're going to do when you spawn in that I recommend doing is immediately going into the text chat and asking, does anyone want to do the unstable rift? Because I promise you, having more people for the unstable rift is going to help you win, and I promise you it's much easier than solo, I promise you. The next thing that we're going to do is pop our blood burner keys or our scorcher, whatever really you brought in for mobility. I brought in the blood burner. So in order to open the unstable rift, what we need to do is find 3 obelisks around the map, and there are many locations for these. They can be all around the map in tier 3, tier 2, and in tier 1. In the description, I will leave a link to an interactive map of Urzikstan that you can use to find these locations for the obelisks. It should have all the locations that have been confirmed to be in the game that people have found around the map. So what you need to do in your game is go to all these locations found on the map and try to find 3 obelisks. What you're going to do is when you find one, you're going to look at the base of it and it will give you a symbol. That symbol correlates to a specific ammo mod, and you need to equip that ammo mod onto your weapon, activate the seal, and then it will spawn in a ring where zombies will spawn in, and you need to let them walk into the ring and kill them with that ammo mod. This is why spawning in with some of the ammo mods is so important. Once you've completed an obelisk, a reward rift will spawn where the obelisk was, signifying that you've completed that obelisk. Once you have completed 3 obelisks, the unstable rift will spawn, but be careful and be quick. This unstable rift will be marked on the map for the entire lobby, and people can steal it right from under you. Do not let that happen. I do want to preface that if an unstable rift is stolen from you, you can spawn another one, but you do need to go around the map again and find 3 more obelisks in different locations, complete them each, and another one will spawn, and you will have a second chance at going into the unstable rift. I wish I could tell you that there is a really good strategy to complete this, but honestly, there's really not. It's very hard to camp, and it's very hard to even train because the area is so small, and especially if there's more of you, it's harder to train. Do not be stingy with your ammo, because you are going to have mags of holding, and there's going to be so many ammo drops while you're doing this whole process, so you should never run out of ammo. So really the best advice I can give you is never stop spamming your RGLs, and also don't be afraid to spam decoys, Casimirs, monkey bombs, whatever you have, because you will find that they drop many of the same thing after you throw them, so you should never run out of ammo for that either. If you have the thermites still from earlier in the game, thermites are very good for taking out manglers, which manglers and mimics are going to be the 2 biggest threats to you during this fight. So the way that the unstable rift works is there are 5 phases. Each phase is ended by killing an HVT at the very end. These phases are timed. They are based on time, not based on kills. You can technically not kill a single zombie and still beat it. However, I don't recommend that. And the reason I don't recommend that is because the amount of zombies that spawn in is just so many that it's hard for you to run around without killing a single zombie. So pretty much the way it works is when you spawn in, Every 5 minutes, an HVT will spawn, and an HVT will spawn, and you have to kill it. Once you kill that HVT, that ends the phase. A reward rift will spawn where the obelisk is. You can collect rewards. They're honestly not very good, but use whatever you can find because this rift is really hard. You really need to use everything that you can. Once the round has ended and everyone has collected the things they need, a timer will start to start the next phase. The next phase will be pretty much the exact same, except the HVT will be different. Kill that HVT, and the same thing happens for 3 more times after that. Each time the bosses get increasingly more difficult. Now I will warn you here, the RGL is really good for crowd control, but it is not amazing at taking out the bosses. Which is why I recommend being on a team so that someone else on your team can have a good weapon to take out bosses. When it comes to the use of your kill streaks during this fight, one thing I will tell you is save those for phases 3 and onward. It gets progressively more difficult from phase 3 and up versus phase 1 and 2 where you kind of don't really need kill streaks to deal with all the zombies there. So things like turrets, cluster mines, precisions, mortars, even jug suits. If you are playing solo, one thing I highly recommend doing before you come into the Unstable Rift is buy as many juggernaut suits as you can, because trying to kill the bosses solo is the hardest part of this whole thing. But jugs will wipe those guys out. You will mop the floors with these bosses with the jug suit. So use the jug suit on the HVTs only. Be very careful on phase 4 when the HVT is an EMP mimic. He will absolutely mess you up. He almost wiped our entire team on phase 4. Again, I really wish I had better tips and advice for this, but it's kind of honestly just a free-for-all, and it's really hard to do. I recommend, again, just make sure you're spamming those RGLs. If you have people on your team with wonder weapons, spam the wonder weapons if you can. Make sure you are constantly getting kills with the RGL to charge your healing aura, because it will save your butt so many times, especially if people go down. Remember, if someone goes down and you have healing aura, you can use it to instantly revive whoever is down. It is very useful. And also make sure that someone on your team has a good weapon that is good at taking down bosses. So once you have toughed through all 5 phases of this Unstable Rift, you will be rewarded with the Mark of the Survivor camo. And this is the camo that you unlock for doing all of that with the Unstable Rifts. It is a animated red dark ether looking camo, and honestly it looks really nice. I really do like it. I think that honestly it looks better than most of the camos in this game, and this, honestly, sue me, but this is what the Vanguard Mastery Zombies camo should have looked like instead of that stupid animated green tiger bullcrap, whatever that was. And this is what it looks like in the menu. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe if the video helped you at all, and I will see you guys in the next video.